Oh. Oh no.
What?
Welcome to In Frame Out's Year in Film, where we take stock of 12 months of spectacular cinema and unfortunate rubbish. I spent the year watching great TV, vibing to all this incredible music, and unwinding with many a thought-provoking graphic novel. But rather than talking about cool stuff, why don't I ramble about just how cat hair in the throat some of the suckiest movies of the year were? Setting aside the garbage from the great and the pathetic from the profound, here are entries 10 through 6 of our worst films of 2025. When I heard Captain America Brave New World introduce adamantium into the MCU with the awe-inspiringly redundant sentence, "It's even more indestructible than vibranium," I knew that any script that didn't know that you can't be more indestructible than indestructible was gonna be the harbinger of a pretty bad time.
It's even more indestructible than vibranium.
Continuing Marvel's "we've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas" approach to world building and franchise reinvigoration, albeit with less stakes and more inconsequential CGI smashing, I do have to hand it to Kevin Feige. Rebooting the Captain America brand with a spin-off sequel to 2008's all but forgotten The Incredible Hulk, that also requires an intimate familiarity with both the geopolitical contradiction factory of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and soapy snooze of the Eternals, certainly was a bold choice. But you know what the real mortifying surprise here is? Someone thought it was a great idea to make one of these supposed heroes a card-carrying, war-criming, don't ask how many children we've annihilated member of the IDF.
What the hell are you guys doing here?
Well, that's what I should be asking you.
Beyond its nonsensical political sidestepping and the heavy-eyed fatigue that this whole enterprise now wears like a 9-figure millstone around everything it releases, Brave New World is largely a disinteresting flatline of screenwriting that never justifies how anyone could or should tune into anything that's happening.
Steve gave people something to believe in, but you give them something to aspire to.
Did your speechwriters help you with that?
They did, yeah, the ending a little bit. Did you like it?
It was good. Solid B+.
Turns out that you can't liven up a narratively inert corpse, and there's nothing brave or new about Captain America Brave New World. Just a hodgepodge of checked out tertiary characters waiting for their checks to clear.
Turn back the evil upon my foes. In your faithfulness, destroy them.
Freely will I offer you sacrifice. I will praise your name, Lord, in its goodness.
Answering the question, what if the feeling of déjà vu came with the distinct odour of sour cheese, The Ritual is this year's obligatory entry in the canon of theatrically released exorcism movies that are functionally and formally identical.
When the word of the Lord is spoken through us with commitment and passion, even Satan must listen.
Not to be confused with the other 19 films that share the same generic name. That's not hyperbole, I counted. The Ritual sees the always dependable Dan Stevens trying his damn best, and the more adrift than usual Al Pacino showing up for something to do in a retread of ground so thoroughly trodden that it's now just a beige canyon filled with all the tropes. An old priest and a young priest, a teenage girl who climbs the walls, vomits, and burns at the touch of a crucifix. Every exorcism cliche is here, and they're all done badly. This only differentiates itself from decades of The Power of Christ Compels You slop by presenting each scene as if it were a shaky cam seizure, which goes about as well as trying to shoot The Shining like The Bourne Identity. I'm so sick of covering these terrible exorcism movies every year, so once I've flushed The Ritual from the recycle bin of my memory, can we just collectively agree that if these things aren't going to be good, they should at least end with a torrent of depleted uranium bullets being shot into the devil or something? If it was good enough for End of Days, surely it's good enough for this pile of third-hand dental dams.
Son of a bitch.
In a world of wonky adaptations, the electric state is the new nadir of missing the point, deleting the crux of acceptance and the unjustifiable evils of conversion therapy on which the original novel hinges, in a brazen and intentional act of LGBTQIA+ erasure, only to replace it with a foul-breathed pitch about how corporations, brands, and AI automation are what makes America great, just goes to show the Russo brothers have no intent on slowing down their anti-intellectual streak of digital impetigo. When this does try for an anti-exploitation allegory, it somehow reaches the dehumanizing conclusion that immigrants are objects, their Harriet Tubman is an animatronic peanut, and the collective worth of the proletariat should be entirely determined by how much sweat equity they're willing to expend.
I don't care if I never get back!
We might never get back.
This time, Peanut. Metal and meat together.
You guys are relentless.
Even if you were to shut off your brain for the duration, there's nothing here to stimulate the senses. From the perfunctory performances to the damp cardboard cinematography and a complete absence of exciting action, relatable emotions, or intriguing science fiction questions, the only enjoyment to be found from this is if you have a kink for giving Chris Pratt money.
God, fuck America!
With a $320 million production budget, not including marketing, and nothing to show for it but this glazed over oblivion of plastic death, The Electric State isn't a film. It's a Super Bowl commercial for corporate embezzlement, built atop the hastily buried carcass of the art it gutted. Flight Risk is a motion-sick tonal chutney that starts as an overflowing barf bag and ends with soggy ripped paper and a lap full of yesterday's eggs. It's a rote thriller read aloud by ad-libbing actors who consistently default to F-tier non-comedy.
I do this for fun, I do this for free.
Titty twister, you like that?
Meaning there's zero tension because every character treats mortal danger as a chance to work on their Type 5 for Joe Rogan's mothership.
I'd love to be in a relationship with you so I could completely control. That would work just fine for me. If we were cousins, we'd already be married.
Now, I've seen a few Mel Gibson bootlickers trying to defend it as an offbeat farcical thriller, which only tracks if you're the kind of culture war meme lord who thinks that the pulse-pounding claustrophobia of Alfred Hitchcock's filmography would have somehow been improved if 2/3 of the dialogue amounted to cornball gags about defecation.
I don't know about you, but I just made a Jackson Pollock in my pants.
And prolonged sexual assault.
You're gonna like it. Maybe not at first, but they always end up liking it.
As for Mark Wahlberg's Gonzo Psycho, let's just say his body double should get second billing, as he sits in the background and twiddles his hands around in shots where he's supposed to be unconscious because he didn't realise the camera had him in focus. Flight Risk makes its shaky ascent with a CG moose and jokes about semen-covered sheets,
Not the bedspread, it's crusty.
Before its fireworks-free crash landing of a finale. The most January release movie ever made, I sure hope the 20+ producers who kicked in to finance this had a good long cry. Ignoring traditional 3-act narrative structure and opting instead for a montage of someone playing hide-and-seek, The Strangers Chapter 2 feels less like a feature film and more like the world's most convoluted cardio fitness tutorial. The protagonist runs, cowers behind an object to avoid detection, makes a noise that alerts the villain, flees in terror, is rescued by a passerby, and then the passerby gets murdered. Rinse and repeat that exact sequence of events 4 or 5 times and smash cut to a to be continued card in the middle of a scene, and there you have it. A low effort lurch so dull it could be used to put down dogs. It's almost commendable then that even when switching up its noxious formula, this somehow finds hereto undiscovered levels of shittiness. The early stretch goes to show what would happen if you remade Halloween 2 but removed all the blood, and after that, one of the 3 baddies is stabbed and entirely run through with a pitchfork, only for this to have no discernible adverse effect on them whatsoever. Then come 2 of the worst moments in any release this year. First, a series of childhood origin story flashbacks for the trio of psychopaths that reveal they're like this because a little girl stomped on their sandcastle when they were kids. Second, an unearned and embarrassing homage to The Revenant where our heroine is accosted and mounted by a wild boar for nearly 10 minutes. The Strangers Chapter 2 is a narcoleptic yawn of logic traps and tribulations. The fact that there's one more of these coming out in just a few months is more shudder-inducing than anything here. So those were entries 10 through 6 of our worst films of the year. Check out the rest of our list on the channel, and tune in next week for entries 5 through 1 of the best films of 2025. Shout out to our Patreon producers Jennifer C, Claire MD, Beckio, Jennifer Fetish, Reed Stoven, CC Sings, George Napper, Arden Hughes, John Hughes, Samantha Hughes, Case Hengeveld, Flips a Chip, Tara O'Connell, Huey Hughes, Mauricio, Alex Stapleton, Matthew Whitehouse, and Nicholas Le Revere, as well as all these amazing folks who support us over on Patreon. Did you manage to catch any of these turkeys? If so, what did you think of them? And what are your personal least favourite films of 2025? Let us know down in the comments, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and if you're in a position to do so, consider supporting us over on the In Frame Out Patreon at the link in the description below. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, this is In Frame Out.